Welcome back, guys. This is Frank Brockart. My name is Brian Broxton, and welcome to another impromptu, non scripted live here. Happy Father's Day, or belated Father's Day, to all those fathers out there. And as you can see, what I'm drawing here, I was like, well, since nobody, I guess the Love Hashir wasn't super popular. Some people liked it, but I was like, well, since they didn't like it, let me get back on the Spider-Man kick. So I'm gonna do another Spider-Man. So this Spider-Man is Peter B. Parker and May. So I have two more little drawings. I'm gonna probably do either a close-up or maybe a full body of May over here and then Peter over here. So yeah, and this is going to be a long one, guys. Maybe another hour. But I'll just keep it at an hour because I know time is money, and you guys, may not have a whole bunch of time to spend, you know, hanging out with me.
I'm going to be here.
And my son is here, Jackson. So he's gonna hang out with me while I work on the other characters. Yay! Alright, let's see here. Yippee! So I guess what I was thinking about doing is when I go and start working on, or I guess when I do the sped up version of this, all fleshed out and line work and color and stuff like that, I was thinking maybe I should, as it's going through the sped up version, just do a very simple breakdown. Like, for example, I'm gonna draw May here, and she's gonna be on a web or swinging on a web. Well, first let me drop another layer here. Erase this. Drop a new layer. Name that one May. And if I don't see all my onlookers, chats and whatnot, I do apologize. I get so worked up on my artwork, I tend not to see the chats if there are any, and there probably may not be because most of you are working. So, yeah, you know. Okay, so we named our layer, and I'm working in Sketchbook, guys. Sketchbook app. So let's see here. All right, so we're gonna start drawing May here, and basically I'm just gonna have her swinging. I thought about having her with the mask on. Well, not the mask. It's kind of like a little hat that I guess Mary Jane made for her. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, because it has like kind of like a pigtail kind of thing. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. So yeah. So I'm gonna draw string. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just kind of break down the shapes. This is gonna be pretty much like a close up of her swinging, and I'm gonna do my best to kind of get everything in, like her legs. So this represents the hand. I'm gonna just draw a circle for now that represents the hands. These gonna be the forearms. And just look at the shapes, guys. Look at the shapes. I'm breaking it down into shapes. This is kind of almost like a triangle, but just an altered triangle. And then I'm gonna do like a little ball here for the joint. And then we're gonna do a square. Another square. And this is going to be another ball here. the shoulders here. And the head, I'm going to do like an egg oval shape here. And then we're going to do more like a box up in this area. To represent the face. And this is going to represent the legs here. The pelvis area. These are the legs and the leg joints. And the small feet. She got some stubby little toes. And this is the other leg. And just look at the shapes I'm making. These are more like cylinders, I would say. And then we make the little ball joint that goes right in. And then we make our little stubby foot here. I hope everyone is having a great day today. I know I am. And I hope everybody's Father's Day was fan-frickin-tastic. Alright. I think that foot could be a little bit bigger maybe. So. It's not perfect. I may have to adjust a few things, move some things around. Like probably need to grab this here. And probably move this like that. Alright. Right there. Alright. Now that we got the basic shapes done, I'm going to kind of start going in with a little details, you know, putting in the fingers on the hand, little details. So I got my details. Going in with the details. And feel free to adjust if you're drawing something on your own, something outside of Spider-Man. Don't be afraid to adjust, and because it's probably not going to look right the first time. You gotta keep poking at it until you get it right. Let's see. Usually I would have some sort of movie or YouTube or whatever. I guess I can listen to some YouTube stuff. Okay, maybe that might be a distraction. Okay. Alright. I was trying to think of something to talk about. Because I was like, well, when it comes to comic books and anybody trying to get into the comic book business, you know, back when I, I'm not sure if it's still like this, but I kind of haven't, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure it still is, to where you have to have the same type of, I guess, style as what's going on in, the comics, because that would, especially if your style is, if let's say your style is the exact same as one of their most popular comics or whatever that's going on, one of the artists or whatever, then I would say you are very valuable, in a way where they can give you a comic and you continue that same style throughout, because it's popular, it's making money, blah blah blah. I would say someone like Todd McFarlane, he had a different style which kind of catapulted the Spider-Man series and a couple other comics that he drew, Spawn and whatnot. I guess if it's if it's unique enough, if your style is unique enough, I think that can also work as well. So you got to be either unique or have the same type of style as some of their most popular comic book artists that they have working on their comics. Because from what I know, and what I've heard, is they want to keep the same style. They don't want you to veer off too far from what they usually do when it comes to the I guess the main design of their property, in a sense. So all you guys who are fledgling artists and want to get into comics, keep that in mind, in the back of your mind. And also, if you're a slow artist, pick up the speed. And, I guess get used to, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't say it, but yeah, I, I don't know if they really respect the artists that much, in a sense where it's their property and you're coming in to work on their property, and it's kind of like, it's not like you're working on your own stuff or anything like that. So they have certain things you can do with the property and things you can't do, of course. And hey, I get it. Um, it's I would say it's an advantage. It is a step up for you. It is an opportunity for you to come into Marvel or DC and work on their property. But as artists, we tend to want to be a little different. Try something new. It kind of gets a little boring doing the same thing over and over again. But if you want to do your own thing, you're probably going to have to do that on your own time because I doubt they'll like say, oh yeah, we love your idea. We're going to give you such and such rights to. No, it's probably just going to go to Marvel, and they're probably going to take your idea or whatever, or pay you for it. I remember this one artist. He worked on something for because he had like a similar style as like some of the old school Jack Kirby kind of artists, and he worked on like I don't know if it was a Spider-Man or a Batman or something like that, and he worked on it, and he thought it was going to be used for a comic that was coming out, some artwork that he did, but it's like no, so it kind of hung on the shelf for a little while, and they never told him when they was going to use it, and then all of a sudden he went to a store and they was using some of his artwork on some of the products for some of the toys or whatever, and I don't know if he, 9 out of 10 they probably just paid him, a flat fee, like hey, do this, we pay you. No royalties or anything like that. It's kind of like you just get paid your flat fee for drawing this out, and then that's it. And then they can just use your artwork into infinity, and then beyond, in perpetuity, I guess, however you say that word. So, those are some things that, you have to deal with when you're working for another entity who is a big business and own all the rights to their work or comics or characters that were created in that business. So yeah, just beware of that. Um, but hey, if you want to go on your own, make your own comics, self-publish, your talent is, impeccable, sure. Then there are some artists that just freelance, their artwork is awesome, and they don't really work at the office. They're just freelancers. They get an assignment, they work on it at home. They get paid, and then they go on to the next thing. You can work on your own stuff after learning the ropes a little bit and learning how the business is done, and you can go on your own, publish your own works, and have your own success. But hey, for most artists, hey, we trying to pay the bills, so we need to get as much work as possible, and charge as much as we can for however many pages we can do, you know. So, but that's kind of like why I tend to stray away from doing work that's hey, what's going on, my guy? I see I have a friend in the chat there. So, what's going on, my guy? I'm up here doing a little Father's Day drawing for all those fathers out there who have daughters. God bless them. So, but getting into this art business is not for the faint of heart. You gotta be able to take some critiques here and there, because there will be some changes, there will be some alterations, there will be some some scrapping some projects and starting over from scratch. So you got to be able to take those lumps and keep going. You know, however, how many they are. So you can't be too sensitive about your artwork. And if you take a little critique here and there, it's only going to make you better. It's only going to make you better. I always go in thinking, hey, I'm a good artist, but I know I'm not the greatest. There's all different types of styles and techniques out there. Um, sure, I can try to mimic some of those things, and I have my own style as well. But we all have different styles and techniques that are good, and people like them, and so don't be too intimidated if you see someone, or if you are an artist and there are other people out there who has different styles than you do, and they're awesome and they knock it out quick or however slow. Sometimes this drawing process is a little slow, because you want to take your time and do it right, because you got to sketch it out, and then you got to put the heavy line work into it, and then once that's done, then the color, and you got to make sure everything looks balanced. And sometimes it takes going over it again and again and again until it gets to where it looks at least halfway decent, and then you're done. Yeah. So, right, Jackson?
Yep.
Yep. Yes, indeed. And Jackson is a pretty good artist himself. He's coming around. He's sharpening his skills. I told him he had to start early. He has that natural gift. So he's starting out early, working on his craft, so he can be in whatever he wants to be.
Well, Dad.
If you want to be an artist or not. Yes, sir.
Did you tell them that they subscribe?
Oh, yeah. For all those new guys out there, if you like what I do, please subscribe. Yeah, I'm trying to get those numbers up, man. I'm trying to, although to all my corporate people out there, hey, I love working for corporate, but I do also love working from home and remote. So I'm trying to, start something myself, if I can, without having to go back. But, if I have to, hey, I love corporate work and I love the benefits and whatnot. But if I can start something now on my own, then I'm going to do that while I have the opportunity, It's like a job anyway. And it's, so if you guys like what I do and you like all this jibber jabber, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, and get a little taste or of what I do, and get a little knowledge, a little 20-year, is it 20 years? More like 30 years of advice, schooling, and being in a design career. Get some advice from someone who's been in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? You may not take all of it, but at least you'll have the knowledge. And I don't mind sharing the knowledge.
And also, if you hear me singing in the background, I guess it was nice, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, you do have a nice voice, Jackson. And you guys can see how this is coming together. I'm just kind of taking my time, you know, working on some little shading areas, you know, getting to those problem areas that I've had. Because I know this over here is kind of like a little problem area, so I'm trying to get around to it. I know I have to move this a little bit here, move this leg out, and this needs to be shortened. So I'm gonna just go ahead and erase that, draw a new leg, or yeah, and then do that, and voila, it looks a little better. Then I'm gonna take a little piece here and move this. There you go. Move that down. Get rid of that. Okay, now we're looking pretty good here. I think if you guys like this one, I may do the Scarlet Spider and then the Indian Spider-Man. I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it. Alright, so. And if you don't like this one, then I'll just do the Indian Spider-Man anyway and see if you like that. And if you don't like that, then maybe you guys give me your advice. What would you like to see
And if
next?
you don't like that, that did not know okay.
Yes, I would probably just go back to just doing the Froggy Show, finishing that up, which I'm almost done, and I think you guys are gonna like it. I gotta get to the color. I'm only doing these things, you know, because I was just running like a little experiment, you know. I'll probably do some popular stuff, you know, maybe like once or twice a week, and then my regular stuff, you know, the other part of the week, just to have like a nice little balance. Nice little balance there of stuff you know, stuff you don't know. Jackson has a drawing. It says hi. Jackson is saying hi to everyone.
I'm saying hi to the viewers
Yeah.
who's watching this video right now.
Yeah, I'm sure they appreciate it. Let's see. I'm about to squeeze this one.
Maybe about this time, maybe I'm just gonna leave in a few minutes or something.
You gonna leave?
Mm.
You're leaving me?
No. I won't leave you.
You say you was leaving. No, it's not.
No, leaving upstairs.
Yeah.
Not
Well, I
like,
know not the house, but you know, you just okay. Well, that's cool. Appreciate you hanging out.
No,
you
I'm
know.
just saying it if I want to leave.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go and
That's what people do.
yes.
So thank you guys for talking with me and stuff and hearing what the thoughts I have. And I'm just gonna be a little bit quiet a little bit today. So you can listen to Dad for right now and yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of used to the quiet. You know, I'm just trying to chat it up a little bit because I'm usually a little boring when I'm doing my little drawings because it's not fast enough. You know, it takes a little time for me to kind of plot out things and whatever. So usually I'm kind of concentrating.
And I'm gonna stand over here and watch the people who's watching. And I'm just gonna look at the screen and I'm just gonna look at the screen.
Well, not too many people are watching right now. Everybody's at work, so they'll probably see this maybe like around 3 or something like that. Maybe. You know,
Well,
they'll come and check by, like, let's see what Frank Brock is doing this time. So, they'll stop by after work.
well,
People
I
usually
want
work
to
around this time.
tell the viewers something.
Okay.
Let's see if we can subscribe with your nose.
Subscribe with their noses. Um,
If that's possible, because
If-
that's not possible.
yeah, I don't think they're going to subscribe with their nose. I don't think they're going to do
Well,
that.
I think I found a YouTuber that said different kind of bodies that you have to describe with, like the nose, your ears, your elbow, or your finger, or your
Well, let's work on the finger for right now. If you have a finger or a toe, hit that subscribe button and check out all the cool stuff that I have on my channel.
or you can describe with your elbow, if that's possible.
Yeah, the elbow is, if it's possible.
I love that link. I love that YouTuber. He always laugh. He always makes funny stuff. He always play games. I love that YouTuber.
Well, I don't have any games or anything like that.
He never play games. He
Mhm.
just do live streams of writing characters.
Yeah, well, this is more so for those art enthusiasts, those beginners who are starting to kind of get into the game of illustrating and.
Well, if you are excited to see my YouTube channel coming out soon, well, my YouTube channel is going to be about playing games. So, I hope you stay tuned.
Well, you're just doing Roblox stuff, right?
Nintendo Switch stuff too,
Okay.
and Roblox. You remember?
Okay.
And I'm going to show you some of you guys a creative game by somebody made a bird game in Roblox, but it's really fun. My dad always plays it sometimes. And I guess I can tell you the name. It's called Feather Family. If you find that game in like Roblox, it's a really cool game and you can fly like a bird. And there's a lot of birds that you can collect.
So, Feather Family.
It's a Roblox game about birds. Yeah, it's really creative.
Well, I guess if there's any artists out there who like to play Roblox, yeah, Feather Family, I guess. Shameless promotion, I guess.
And if Mason is watching this show,
Probably
I
not.
wanted to say hello.
Hello, Mason, but I'm sure you're probably not watching, but hello.
Best buddy.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna be quiet.
Thank you,
Yes,
Jackson,
yes,
for
that's a lot of words I said.
it was. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm sure you're going to be a hit once this video is done. Ooh, these eyes are looking terrible. It looked terrible too. Alright, so alright. Now for some reason Maze Head is a little bit of a challenge.
And I'm going to dance.
I thought you was leaving.
What?
I thought you said you was leaving. You gonna hang out somewhere?
I didn't say I was leaving. I said I was going to be quiet.
Oh, well, it started out as leaving, and then, sorry guys. One moment, I'll be right back.
Somebody ring the door. Well, guys, Dad will be right back, so you can just stand here for a bit. But I'm gonna check out too, okay? Stay right there. Okay, guys, Dad's outside right now, talking to this man, delivering a melon box or something. But I'm just going to stay here and talk to you guys a little bit. Or stand here. Well, if you want to wait for my dad, let's just do it. Okay, I think Dad's coming upstairs. Well, here he is. I was talking to them.
Oh, thank you. All right, I'm gonna take a little break, and well, you guys see where I was heading on this. I'll come back in a little bit, finish it up. It's only been a little over 30 minutes, so I will chat with you guys in a few
And
later.
oh, sorry. I think they heard and when the video's over.
This guy kind of tapped the mailbox, and it's a little dent, so he's gonna grab another one.
You wanna try this out? Let's go, go, go.
Hey, there's this guy. He kind of tapped the mailbox, kind of bent it a little bit, and Yeah, he. I guess he was trying to like back up or turn around or something like that, and he hit the mailbox. It's just the mailbox is bent, not the post or anything like that. So he came knocking on the door, told me what happened. I went out there and took a look at it. It was a little bent. You can't really close the door, the thing on there. So he said he was gonna go to like Home Depot and come back a little later and put it on there. He gave me his card and everything. His name is Darius Andrew. Um,
Wait. How did he back up and hit our? How did he back up and hit our?
Well, he has like one of those. I guess he removes stumps and stuff like that. So he has like one of those big old like F-250 like trucks or whatever. It's
Oh,
kind of like one of those big, like Brad, like something that Brad
yeah.
drives. So he got one of those. So I guess he was trying to maneuver and try to get back to where he needed to go, and kind of hit the mailbox a little bit. So yeah,
Tow up a mailbox.
yeah.
Tow up our mailbox. Wait, you need to send Allison and Kay and say we got hit. Like they kept getting their mailbox tore up every week. So now they start to beat our mailbox up instead of theirs since they moved.
Yeah.
Taking revenge on us instead of them now.
I'll let him know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, as long as he gonna come back and give us a new mailbox, is he gonna put it on?
He said he was gonna put it on.
Okay. Wonderful.
Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.